limitations of the movement of the liquid in this cup is defined by the cup.
Big time, Eddie. All right.
Now that the cup is in my hand, as it was in the beginning, the movement of this liquid is now highly dependent on what I choose to do with this cup. If this cup is a few inches thinner or shorter, the liquid will overflow. Likewise, if this cup was a few inches wider or longer, it would seem as if there was no liquid. Pardon, it would seem as if there was more liquid. Liquid would overflow this cup. Or wouldn't be enough liquid, I should say, in the cup. But yet again, in reality, it's the same amount of liquid in the cup. Mr. President, your executives, fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm going to quickly tell you a story about 3 pump attendants. Attendant number 1. Here was a guy that showed up to work 1 minute before his scheduled shift. He did the bare minimum. This is the type of individual that would just pump your gas and not ask if you want your windows clean or if you want something from inside. He did the bare requirement, the bare minimum to maintain his job as a pump attendant, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Second pump attendant was Mr. Above and Beyond. He attempted to clean the windows of each car he served. He always offered to get something from inside the store. He learned the names of each of his customers. He remembered what individuals purchased from their prior visits at the gas station. He automatically jumped up when he saw those individuals once again. Mr. Smith, do you want that Tribune from inside? He checked under the hoods, fixed flats, always told the customers of gas station promotions. As one customer put it, I remember this customer, as one customer put it, that guy understands customer service. The third attendant, let's call him Mr. Entrepreneurial. This individual, he sold the other kind of gas as well. Yes, fellow Toastmasters and yes, attendant number 3 decided that he would sell marijuana on the company's premises. And guess what? He did extremely well. He brought enough to work that made nearly $1,000 per shift. When he needed more, he would use his lunch or break time to get some more or simply have someone bring it to him. He recommended which pumps and certain spots for his customers to use so that he wouldn't get caught. And he did this successfully. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I gave you 3 real life stories of pump attendants.
Which one were you?
3 employees, 3 different mindsets. After a year and a half, pump attendant number 1 was promoted to supervisor. Management thought he had a good track record. He knew the staff and the policies well enough, so they said, hey, let's promote him. Attendant number 2, he resigned. A loyal customer, that customer I told you to remember, had 4 limousines. And when he purchased his 5th one, he knew the driver right away. He said, I want that second pump attendant. He went to the pump attendant, pulled up at the gas station, said, I need a driver. Are you in? Pump attendant said, indeed. To this day, that pump attendant, he left driving that limousine. He now has his own limousine company and is doing extremely well. The third pump attendant, Mr. Chairman, you got it correct. He was arrested.
He's working at Bahama now.
But it doesn't end there, fellow Toastmasters and guests. His entrepreneurial instincts that he harvested in the marijuana industry gave him insights and connections which allowed him to use those skills to open a bar/restaurant and another liquor store. He once told me, Eddie, you gotta know your customers. And Bahamians love to eat, drink, and smoke. My question to you, fellow Toastmasters and guests, who displayed the least leadership attributes and behaviors? Who of the three, in your opinion, displayed the least leadership attributes and behaviors? Fellow Toastmasters and guests, for me, the answer to this question lies in how I see my leadership style. I again bring back to your attention the cup and the water. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, the liquid represents the three pump attendants. Their desires, their dreams, their abilities. It represents us. The cup, on the other hand, well, you know what that represents? That represents the pump attendant's job. Or, fellow Toastmasters, any other menial job designed simply to keep you constrained and squander your time and potential. I see leadership as giving individuals the space and the resources required for them to be their best. I see leadership as breaking the glass, breaking the cup, getting out of the cup so that your talents could flow and arrive at its desired potential, destination. Mr. Chairman.